Sorry for the delay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for coming tonight to celebrate this very special event. And thank you to all of the teachers, faculty, and staff that helped make tonight possible. I am Gavin Ross, President of the National Honor Society, and I'm very excited to get tonight underway. Now I ask that everyone stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing after its conclusion. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I ask that everyone please remain standing as I welcome members of the Abington Heights Choir to perform their rendition of the national anthem in the Abington Heights alma mater.
Good evening. My name is Andy Snyder, and I'm the principal of Abington Heights High School. And on behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Michael Mann, our assistant superintendent, Dr. Maggie Vitale, and our Board of Education, I'd like to welcome you to this evening's where we're here to honor the National Honor Society of the class of 2022. Tonight, you will hear about the 4 pillars of National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. And your sons and daughters have portrayed all of those characteristics with such enthusiasm and have done this so well in their time here at Abington Heights. It's almost surreal to see them here because many of you I've known for most of your lives, and to have you up here as senior members of National Honor Society and inducting you this evening really is a great event to be a part of. Now, of the pillars you're going to hear tonight, all are important, but I would like to focus in on one of the pillars that, in my opinion, without, makes the others feel less impactful. What is scholarship if your grades aren't earned? It's just letters and numbers. Without integrity, where are you leading others? And what is the motivation to make you work to serve others? And the answer is character. Character defines you, and it's how others see you. Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And that is character. So as you are inducted into NHS, I ask one thing of you as you think about your character. Be kind. Be kind to each other. When others are not kind to you, be kind. When things aren't going your way, be kind. And especially when you reach the pinnacle of your lives, for your potential is so great, be kind. I will end my remarks one more time for the first of many times that you will be told this evening. Congratulations, class of 2022, on your induction to the National Honor Society.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider. Now it is my honor to introduce tonight's guest speaker, Dr. Marilyn Pryal. Dr. Pryal has enjoyed teaching world literature at Abington Heights for 11 years. She is a graduate of the University of Scranton, Emerson College, and Wilkes University. Before coming to Abington Heights, she taught English in Philadelphia, Boston, and Nepal. She has written several books for educators about teaching, reading, and writing. And in 2019, she was named Pennsylvania's Teacher of the Year. Please welcome Dr. Marilyn Pryal.
I was told that this can move a little bit, so just bear with me here. There we go. That's much better. Thanks, Gavin, and good evening, families, administrators, Ms. Tarr, and all of the new inductees to the National Honor Society. Congratulations, students, on your very prestigious achievement. I'm so proud of you. In normal times, this is a tremendous feat, but in a pandemic, this is truly outstanding. We were in the thick of it when it was time for you to apply. We were in complete lockdown, in virtual learning, and then in hybrid learning, and it was under those conditions that you were able to demonstrate that you possess the qualities of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Think about that. You did these things over Zoom and Google Meet. You did them from your kitchen table or the desk in your room without interacting with anyone. It's an amazing achievement. I've had many of you in class, and in fact, the last time I stood in front of you was March 13th, 2020. And it was your sophomore year, and that's when the shutdown happened. And up to that point, you had already been demonstrating the qualities of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. I witnessed it. You were achieving good grades in your classes. You were participants or even leaders in your clubs and sports. You did service work in the community, and you were kind to each other, and you were honest. I witnessed these things firsthand. And then the shutdown happened. We were in the middle of the Iliad. Do you guys remember that? You can pretend that you did. And we were moving along. We were having a great year. I have these memories of like some of you running around the room with swords and wigs on, and some of you had your favorite spot in the front corner there with the bean bags. And Period 5 had created Mega Desk, right? We were having a great year, and then the shutdown happened. And in the Iliad, if you remember this, that week Patroclus had just gotten himself killed. Do you remember that? He went too far, he disobeyed Achilles' orders, he let his ego get the best of him, and he gets killed in battle. It was the turning point of the entire story, and then the world shut down. It was like the ultimate cliffhanger. And then we were sent home, and of course it was very serious and devastating for everyone on many different levels. But weeks went by, and finally we came back to school over Google Meet. And then I got to see you demonstrate the 4 qualities of character, scholarship, service, and leadership again. What I will always remember and what I will always be impressed by is that every single one of you showed up. And it was definitely awkward, wasn't it? Like, we had never used Google Meets, and all of a sudden we're like seeing the inside of each other's houses and stuff, right? But all of a sudden, you were there. And I just remember being so humbled when I turned on the computer and all of you were there, all your faces in those little boxes, just waiting to learn and just wanting to keep going. The world has shut down, and you showed up. We were all scared and unsure of the future, but you came back. That's persistence, that's courage, that's character. And then you learned stuff. Like, we still had a few weeks left of school. And you did everything. You turned in your homework, you turned in your reading responses, you turned in your book club notes. You did all of it under these extreme conditions. That is scholarship. Then I witnessed you helping each other online, checking on each other, checking on me and the other teachers. I would pop into your small groups and hear you helping each other. At the end of the year, you created projects and infographics and podcasts about social issues. I don't know if you remember that, but they were awesome. That's service. I watched all of you adapt to our new situation, unmuting to answer questions, which takes a lot of courage, by the way, when you're in a big group, connecting with each other in new ways, speaking up about the topics you cared about, even though we were isolated in our homes, all in this new format. That is leadership. So you had 4 qualities before the shutdown happened, and you transferred those qualities to a new world. And that is what it's all about. If you're able to hold on to your integrity and your drive and hold on to that desire to help others and lead, even if the world around you changes, but you still show up and you implement these qualities in new ways, that's it. That's the whole goal. That's what we're trying to teach you in education. And you did it. You did it already. So the fact that you're here now is truly amazing in a way that no previous group of National Honor Society cohorts have ever experienced. And what I want you to think about now is, what do these 4 qualities look like going forward? You're seniors. You'll be moving on from Abington Heights at the end of the year. So how can you take these 4 qualities to the next level? We definitely don't know what the future will hold, right? But I can promise you this. After this year, you're not going to be turning grades into anyone asking them if this makes you a scholar. You're not going to be turning in your hour sheet trying to prove that you're good at service or you've done a lot of service. No one's going to be collecting your sheets after this year. So what do these 4 qualities look like? Well, it starts with your inner self. Each of you has specific strengths and talents. And by now, you know what these are, or you've had a good glimpse of them. your passions, the things that come easy to you. Nurture these things. These are your gifts. And whatever your gifts are, they are needed in this world. And when you nurture your gifts, you develop integrity. Integrity is your true self. And through cultivating your true self, you build character. When you throw yourself into your talents and your passions, you will want to be better at them. You'll want to learn more. You'll naturally pursue what you need to learn in order to be better. And it won't feel tedious, it'll feel exhilarating. You'll devour whatever new lessons are presented to you because it'll make you an expert in the thing that you love. That is scholarship. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you want to share your gifts with others and you want to help others. You'll find others who need the help that you are able to give. So you help them and you start asking yourself, how can I use my gifts to better help this world? And that is service. And people will see you out there serving, helping others. They'll come to you. They'll look to you to give them help and guidance, and they'll ask you if you need help in the process. They'll look to you to solve problems and to come up with new ideas. They will want you to serve others in bigger and bigger ways, and that is leadership. So that's what it looks like in the world beyond high school. No one is going to collect your hour sheet. No one is going to read a list of your grades. It's just going to be you as your truest self, serving others with your gifts. And I'll tell you a secret to it all. So Mr. Snyder and I didn't talk about this before, but I was going to say the most important one is service. Although character is also very important, obviously. Because none of the other qualities mean anything if you don't have service to go along with them. And all the great stories of literature make this point. When you use your strengths and your skills and your leadership roles in the service of others, you flourish and they flourish. Do you remember the end of the Iliad? You can pretend, yes, that you did. Of course, the story is about how Achilles is the greatest warrior, but that's not what makes the story timeless. What happens at the end, do you remember this? He gives Xenia to his enemy Priam. He literally cooks food for him and serves him. And then they have this moment of like being present to each other, and then he gives Hector's body back in this move of compassion. That's what the story is about, right? And do you remember Gilgamesh? Now that was the beginning of the year, I'm really going back now. He was the worst. Remember in the beginning, he was the worst king ever, but by the end, he turns into a servant leader, and he's the storyteller, and he's the ambassador for his kingdom. So we see this in all the great stories from the beginning. Having talents is good, but service is what gives you a purpose and a sense of mission. It makes you feel like you are a part of something bigger than yourself. So go forward, be your truest self, become an expert, continue to be flexible, and use your gifts to help others and the world. Congratulations, students.
Thank you, Dr. Cryle, for those wonderful and powerful words. It is an honor for all of us to have you here tonight. Now, I would like to share some remarks to the soon-to-be inductees about my vision and hopes for the NHS this year. The 2021 to 2022 school year is bound to be an exciting one for the NHS, and the Back-to-School Carnival was a great indication of that. The Carnival is the biggest NHS event all year, and we made it a priority to ensure that this year's Carnival was one to remember after last year's necessary hiatus. We worked diligently throughout the entire summer, overcoming setbacks and keeping high hopes that the Carnival would be a success, and we truly believe that it was a great success. There were originally concerns over a low turnout, but the community came together to prove those worries wrong. Not only was the Carnival successful in drawing in a crowd, but it created an atmosphere of unity and togetherness that had not been felt in a long time. It was a sign that normalcy is returning to our lives, and that our community is ready to be together again. The Back to School Carnival was a sign that the coming school year will be special, and the NHS will be an instrumental part of that. I have no doubt that the NHS Class of 22 will dedicate itself to upholding the NHS's 4 pillars and succeed in hosting numerous events to benefit the community, including NHS staples such as the canned food drive and prom expo. And after our senior year flies by, I know we will be able to all walk proudly on graduation day and realize that we made a true difference in the NHS. But what comes after that moment? I hope that graduation day does not mark the end of our NHS journey. I hope that when we are no longer officially comets, we do not just view our time in the NHS as something of the past. Sure, you could just go through the motions, attain the required amount of service hours, graduate, and forget all about the NHS. But the NHS is supposed to mean more than that, and I want something different for us. I know we are all destined to do something bigger with this tremendous privilege. The 4 pillars that lay the foundation for NHS, character, scholarship, leadership, and service, do not disappear after high school. We are all in the NHS for a reason, and we are all capable of being the leaders and role models of the future. The NHS is helping us build our character not just for our senior year of high school, but all throughout our lives. There will always be situations that require a leader or somebody with strong moral values, and through our time in NHS, we will be built to fill this role. In this way, continuing to think in an NHS mindset will help you rise to any challenge and persist to overcome it, no matter how daunting it seems. My most significant wish for all of us is that we continue to give back to our community, whether that be on the local, national, or global scale. We all need to prioritize the service pillar and ensure that communities stay alive and strong, especially for those less fortunate than us. As Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. In other words, giving back to others helps us find the beauty in life and helps us grow as people into the best version of ourselves. The idea of community has made us all who we are today, and giving back is a way to display our infinite gratitude. In summary, this year is just the beginning of our NHS journey. The lessons we learn in the NHS will be applicable throughout the rest of our lives, and we need to be ready to use these lessons to make the world a better place. So come June, when we walk off that field and start a new chapter of our lives, I ask that you continue to uphold the 4 pillars and make sure that the Class of 22 NHS spirit never dies. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite my fellow officers to light the 4 pillars of the NHS and explain their significance. First, I would like to invite Bobby Tricarico, followed by Hutch Lynett, Megan Malone, and Ruda Ashraf.
I lit the candle of character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our morals, and goodness. It is without which there is little respect for self, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be, rather than to seem. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. By demonstrating qualities such as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. Thank you.
I lit the candle of scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning, a commitment that goes beyond making the honor roll every quarter. It is understanding what education can accomplish, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. Knowledge is an element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. We need to continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and it is the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Thank you.
I light the candle of leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in classrooms and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal success and interest for others. A leader has self-confidence and is willing to go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power or resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are non-existent without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and a substantial charge to each of our members. Thank you.
I lit the candle of service. Service can be established in the routine of the everyday, where opportunities continuously arise to help others, both at school and in the community. It is a willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition. It is the quality we seek in our members and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. We challenge you to look beyond yourself and meet the needs of those around you. Thank you.
Thank you to my fellow officers for explaining the important meaning behind each pillar. Now the NHS induction will officially commence. I would like to invite Mrs. Gioni to lead the presentation of the new inductees.
Gavin Ross, Rita Ashra, Megan Malone, Robert Chicarico, Hutchison Lynett, Howard Atla, Christopher Albright, Isabella Allen, Cameron Berry, Jameson Veslar, Tyler Bowen, Hudson Brown, Alina Chapko, Chloe Conway, Ashlyn Cook, Tawny Cornell, Aiden Crum, Paul Cotrafillo, Karen Daly, Allison Dammer, Nicholas DeReamer, Julie Zukowski, Claire Evans, Alicia Farrell, James Flickinger, Bryce Flory, Molly Gaffney, Christopher Gardner, Phoebe Glidewell, Charlotte Haggerty, Stephanie Hicks, Lydia Hodge, Heidi Hughes, Colin Jenkins, Alina Joshi, Bo Judson, Farina Khan, Luke Clamp, Gianna Kubik, Zachary Kuzma, Gavin LeCoe, Kaylee Leonard, Bishing Liu, Baylor Lounsbury, Leah Ledkowski, Kendall Madeira, Nicholas Maletta, Isabella Martin, Braden Mathers, Gavin Myers, Catherine O'Brien, Joshua Harfrey, Isabella Peters, Nicholas Peters, Griffin Price, Gianna Sabatini, Ryan Saloni, Eleanor Saunders, Salvatore Chavon, Benjamin Schneider, David Schuster, Margaret Seachuck, Thomas Sheeran, Eric Simikoski, Eliana Smith, Aiden Snyder, Nathan Steenback, Evan Story, James Strain, Maya Sullum, Elena Supanik, Adam Tinkelman, Megan Van Wert, Cole Beda, Paige Watt, Jared White, Kaylin Wilbur, and Audrey Wynn.
Please rise for the National Honor Society Pledge. I pledge to uphold, the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. You may blow out the candles.
Thank you all so much for coming tonight, and I want to thank the officers and all of our NHS members for your hard work over this summer and pulling off the Back to School Carnival. Y'all persevered, and I know it was harder than you expected it to be, calling multiple people asking if they would be able to come. Maybe we had like 20 food trucks, 30, maybe 40, begging if they would come and be part of it. But it was a wonderful time, and that shows so much of what you guys are made of, and I just want to thank you all for that. I also want to take a moment to thank our administration for their hard work, Ms. Tione, Mr. Snyder, and Mr. Bacchetti, without which NHS wouldn't be able to do the things that we do throughout the year without their support. So we want to thank them so much for all that they do for our school here. So, seniors. I want to come to a question that was asked of me today. So, what happens after? And I think they were asking more about, like, are there cookies or like dinner? Do I get to go to dinner? And soon you will get to go to dinner. But it is a good question. So, what now? I know some of you are pleading with me just to hurry up and get it done. But you might be wondering, what's next? What happens after this? Now that you're a member of an organization that has all of these pillars of character, service, scholarship, and leadership, what do you do? The answer to that question really is you. You are what's next. And tonight can be a night where you just check off your list, another thing done, or you can recognize that it is so much more than something that you could possibly just check off a list. Because this moment, tonight, represents all the hours that you have sacrificed of your own time to invest in the lives of others. You've been serving their needs rather than your own. It signifies the moments that you have stepped up as a leader when nobody else would. And the years that you have cultivated strong ethics and character, even when nobody else around you was, because it mattered to you. So tonight is a symbol and a representation of all of the other nights, some of them way too late. Tonight is not, though, just about recognizing the past. It is also a recognition of the future. Because tonight you're also stepping onto a platform that's been built upon the 4 pillars of National Honor Society, of character, service, scholarship, and leadership. A platform that you will share over these next few months with those sitting on the stage with you tonight. So what now? You are now. My challenge to you is this: do not let tonight just be a checklist, and do not let tonight be one of the greatest achievements that you have here at Abington Heights. Rather, let tonight be a catalyst of the impact that you are going to make on the school and the legacy that you are going to leave behind. Because tonight doesn't represent the end goal. Tonight is just the beginning. The beginning of what, though, is entirely up to you. Thank you all for coming tonight, and congratulations to you. Thank you to your parents as well for all of their support. Have a wonderful evening.